The tongue is a muscular organ and it is divided into two symmetrical halves by means of median fiber septum, and each half contains striated muscle. Now striated muscle divided into two groups: intrinsic muscles and extrinsic muscles. Intrinsic muscles are those which are confined to tongue only. They are not attached to any structure outside tongue, and it consists of superior longitudinal muscle, inferior longitudinal muscle, transversus linguae muscle, and verticalis linguae muscle. Now these muscles, they alter the shape of tongue. The important point is the volume of tongue never changes. When some muscle fibers, intrinsic muscle fibers, contract only when the other fibers passively elongates. Thus the volume remains same and the shape of tongue will be changed. Volume never changes, shape changes. So intrinsic muscle responsible for change in shape of muscle, tongue. Now another group is extrinsic muscles, and the extrinsic muscles alter the position of tongue, and each half of tongue contains genioglossus muscle, hyoglossus muscle, chondroglossus muscle, styloglossus, and palatoglossus. We know there are four pairs of intrinsic muscles. The first muscle is superior longitudinal muscle. As the name indicates, it lies just beneath the mucous membrane dorsal surface of tongue, and the action of this muscle is to shorten the tongue and makes the dorsal surface concave. Now another muscle is inferior longitudinal muscle. As the name indicates, it is situated just beneath the mucous membrane of inferior surface of tongue, longitudinally disposed, and when this muscle contracts, shorten the tongue and makes the dorsal surface convex. The third one, as we know, is transversus linguae muscle. Transversus linguae, as the name indicates, the fibers are transversely disposed, and when this muscle contracts, it narrows the tongue and elongates the tongue. And the verticalis linguae, as the name indicates, consists of vertically running fibers, and when these fibers contract, when this muscle contract, it will flatten the tongue and makes the tongue broad. Thus the point is that the volume never changes. Intrinsic muscle responsible for alteration of shape of tongue. Now look at the extrinsic muscle. As we know, the extrinsic muscle, 5 pairs, and the first muscle is named genioglossus muscle. I am running this pointer genioglossus. It's somewhat fan-shaped, very narrow origin and wide insertion, and the main bulk of tongue made by this muscle. And the origin of this muscle is from upper genial tubercle of mandible, and the upper fibers get inserted onto the tip of tongue, the middle fibers inserted onto the dorsum of tongue, and the lower fibers onto the hyoid bone. And the very important action of this muscle, that anterior fibers responsible for retraction of tongue. Retraction of draw the tongue backwards. The upper fibers retraction, the middle fibers depression of tongue, because it is inserted onto the lateral border as well as dorsum of tongue, and the lower fibers responsible for protrusion of tongue, forward projection of tongue is called protrusion. And this muscle is important in the sense the integrity of action of this muscle is very, very important, because when this muscle gets paralyzed, the tongue will fall back, the very important role, very important function of this muscle to keep the tongue in proper position. And when this muscle get paralyzed, it will fall, tongue will fall back, and patient may die due to suffocation because it obstructs the oropharynx. Because of this very fact, genioglossus muscle is designated as safety muscle of tongue. It is called as safety muscle of tongue. And now the second muscle is hyoglossus muscle. Here it is. The hyoglossus muscle is somewhat quadrilateral in shape. Fibers are running vertically. And the fiber, if you look at the origin, it originates from the greater cornua of hyoid bone. This is hyoid bone, and here is the greater cornua. This one is the body of it. From the greater cornua and the body of hyoid bone, fibers are running upwards and slightly forwards, get inserted onto the lateral margin of tongue. The very important role of this muscle is to depress the side of tongue, make the dorsal surface convex. This muscle is regarded as the key muscle of this region. It is a key muscle, and therefore the relation of this muscle is very important. If you look at the superficial relation, superficially this muscle is related to the mylohyoid muscle. It is covered by mylohyoid superficially, and in between the mylohyoid and the hyoglossus muscle, few structures are there. From above downwards, it is the lingual nerve. I am running this probe. Then the submandibular ganglion, this white colored structure is submandibular ganglion. Deep part of submandibular gland, blue colored structure, and the duct of submandibular gland. Look at the relation of lingual nerve with that of duct. Initially, the lingual nerve lies above, then laterally, and then medial to the duct. Apart from these structures, just below the deep part of submandibular gland, hypoglossal nerve. Here is the hypoglossal nerve. See the deep relation of hyoglossus muscle. The deep surface of hyoglossus muscle related to, which includes the muscle stylopharyngeus muscle. I am running this probe along with stylopharyngeus muscle. Glossopharyngeal nerve winding around the posterior border of stylopharyngeus muscle. Green colored structure is stylohyoid ligament, middle constrictor muscle of pharynx, and second part of lingual artery. These are important deep relation of hyoglossus muscle. Now another third muscle is chondroglossus. The chondroglossus muscle is nothing but detached part of hyoglossus muscle. The styloglossus muscle, look at this. The fourth muscle is styloglossus muscle. Right from styloid process. Here is the styloid process. And arising from styloid process and get inserted, running downwards, forwards, get inserted onto lateral margin of tongue, and here this muscle is interdigitate with the muscle fibers of hyoglossus muscle. And the action of this muscle is to draw tongue backwards and upwards. That means retraction of tongue. Now the last muscle is extensing muscle is palatoglossus muscle. As the name indicates, right from the soft palate to side of tongue, lateral margin of tongue, where is the junction of anterior 2/3 and posterior 1/3 of tongue. Now this muscle, the palatopharyngeus, originate from palatine aponeurosis, get inserted onto the side of tongue, and very important role of this muscle is to elevate the posterior part of tongue to narrow oropharyngeal isthmus. The point to be noted over here, all muscles, whether they are intrinsic muscles or extrinsic muscle, they are all supplied by, they are all striated muscle, and all muscles supplied by hypoglossal nerve except palatoglossus muscle, which is supplied by cranial part of accessory nerve. Now look at this diagram. This diagram is showing the coronal section through anterior part of tongue. Number of structures are seen, and I will not going to explain this diagram, but this diagram is important examination point of view. Sometimes only diagram is asked to draw diagram. Thank you very much.